Women's network are a necessary part of life, but because with women's empathy and brainstorming, we can move mountains and change the world. Hello, my name is Pelumi Buhari, and I am absolutely delighted to welcome you to In My Corner, where it's all about celebrating women's connections, friendship, mentorship, and the all-round beauty of sisterhood. Our first founder is Jokotade, who is the founder of Poshclick Portraitures, and she is a visionary portrait photographer and creative entrepreneur dedicated to transforming how people see themselves. As the founder of Poshclick Portraiture, a premium Lagos-based photography studio, she has spent over 14 years crafting elegant, timeless portraits that go beyond photography, creating immersive experiences of self-discovery and reinvention. Hi, Joko.
Hi, Pelumi.
First of all, I love what you're wearing.
Thank you. It's DWL.
DWL, baby.
And now we go to DWL. So the founder of DWL, which is Defining Women's Lifestyle, is our second founder, of course, of In My Corner campaign, Ivie Osula. Now, she is a visionary fashion entrepreneur and the founder of Defining Women's Lifestyle, a brand redefining power dressing for modern women. Now, she was inspired by her corporate career, where she launched DWL in 2017, creating bold, sophisticated pieces that empower women to express confidence and individuality, while blending cultural influences with contemporary trends. Hi, Ivie.
I like the sound of that. Thank you.
I mean, first of all, I know I said it's an honor, but now I feel like I'm part of like the sisterhood. I feel like I'm part of your girl group or something.
Of
course.
And you're both strong, purposeful, amazing women who have done fantastic in their career. I mean, DW is doing amazingly well in fashion, Poshclick Portraiture in photography. And I know that before this evolved you, there was a version of you before. So can you just tell us what the defining moments have been for you both, that has led you to creating the brands that you have created? So I'll start with Joko, because she's close to me.
Thank you.
And I'm
Pelumi.
going to take her outfits by the time we're done.
Okay. Okay. The idea to start Poshclick stemmed from, I think it started in 2008, thereabout, when it was a particular Thursday. I remember the day of the week, but I don't remember the date, because as a final year student of microbiology, I used to attend a fellowship called the Spring of Life Fellowship, and we always have Thursday showers. So after that particular Thursday showers, we went to one of my friend's house, like a group of us, about 7 or 8, right? We're just talking, bantering, and the conversation was around how it's important for everyone to have a plan aside following a career path, after university. And some of my friends were suggesting to me that, they think I wear a lot of makeup, and so I should consider makeup artistry. And I was like, no, I'm not interested. That when I'm done with uni, I'm going to get an MBA, I'm going to work in a consulting firm, yada, 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 yada. Like, I had it all planned out. I had it all figured out that that's what was going to happen. And they kept on telling me, consider makeup artistry. I think you're good. I'm like, no, I'm just shutting it down. The conversation ensued. And one of my friends was going through my phone, and she was on it for about an hour. At the end of it, she then goes, "Oh my God, Joko, do you realize it took me about an hour to go through all the pictures on your phone?" I just said, hold on. I like photography. I could consider that. And that was the beginning of this journey, right? And then I called my sister immediately, said to me, I think I have a thing for photography. What can we do about it? She's like, no problem. She called someone, Bumi Kush, and then he said, when I, get back into Lagos, because I schooled in Olabisi Onabanjo University, it's in Agoewe. So immediately I got to Lagos, I gave him a call, he told me to come to his house. I did. He handed his camera over to me, and then I walked down his street, said I should just take pictures of anything that I see. And I went back to him with the camera, and he was like, oh, you have a really good eye. So that was like confirmation further. So he gave me a book, a photography book, to just gloss over and just get familiar with the concept of photography. And I mean, that's how the whole journey started. And then it led on to him also giving me a contact of someone I could buy a camera from. I did that. And I mean, the journey has been beautiful ever since, you know, from then on to shooting the first bridal shower, shooting my nieces and nephew. In fact, I'll tell the story of how I got paid how I got my first payment from photography. So before I even shot a bridal shower at all, I would usually just take pictures of everyone and anyone around me. So that particular day, I took my niece to a birthday party. And immediately we got there, you know, I just took pictures of random people. Then I saw a particular auntie that I know funny. She's the venue where we're at today, Fame Lagos. That's her older sister.
Oh, wow.
Right?
It's a full circle moment.
It's a full circle moment, right? You know, so, you know, I saw her at the party and I just took a picture. I showed it to her. She was like, oh, I like it. And I'm like, okay. I could do something about it. I didn't know how to edit at the time. I used to use Picasa. I don't know if anyone knows about Picasa.
I know Picasa. I know it.
So but she was like, oh, she has a lot of pimples. She wanted me to take it off. And I had no clue how to use Photoshop. So a friend of mine again introduced me to another friend now, Chidinwako, Chida 5, who then used to meet me at Unilag twice or thrice a week, you know, to just take me through how to use Photoshop, Gaussian blur, all those little things. And immediately all the things Chidi taught me, verbatim, I used it on that picture. You know, and I showed it to her and she was like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. She likes it. I'm like, yes. And then she told me to frame it for her. So, you know, all of that, it was my many firsts. First time editing a picture, first time going to print a picture and then to frame. So it was a learning curve. And then at the end of it, when I delivered it to her, she paid me £50. So that was my first earning from photography, you know, ever.
This is the dream.
Yes.
I can do this.
Yes, you know, so that was, you know, how it started. And then first bridal shower, first event, you know, at the first, I think 30th birthday I covered, I met somebody important as well. I mean, important to my life and my journey, Mrs. Des. And, you know, she took a liking to me. She loves photography as well. While she's an insurance, you know, professional or executive, she loves photography as well. So she had a lot of pictures in a digital folder that she just wanted me to piece together. So she showed me a particular software that I could use to do that, or how she had done it in the past. But with a creative, you know, streak in me, you know, I did it faster and better and everything. And she liked it. And at the end of, you know, that service, she gifted me a MacBook Pro. You know.
Hi, Mrs. Des.
I mean, I could go on and on. The stories are endless.
I mean, that's been quite the journey, to be honest. Every single person was just positioned at the right time to just help you, you know, through the journey of discovering, you know, your journey. I mean, yourself and your journey also in photography. And, you know, DWL, I also have to ask about your journey as well, because it's so interesting how we all see big brands now, but we sometimes forget that there was a starting point. There was the beginning. So, I mean, tell us your beginning as well, the defining moment for you as well.
So, my story is one from finance to fashion. I have a 14-year career in supply chain finance, and I started fashion from just wanting to dress nice and look good. I was that girl, I'm still that girl, who will wear 5 inches heels to work, pencil skirts, you know, power blazer. And this stemmed from, there's this character in Suits, what's her name? The boss, lady boss, Jessica Pearson.
Yeah, Jessica.
That's where my love for power dressing started off from. So people used to see me at work and say, Ivie, you just dress, you don't even carry us along. And I told them, I designed it for myself. And I remember the first, I used to just, you know, okay, I will show you how to make this, direct you how to make that. And the first person who made an order from me, she told me, she said, Ivie, I'm going to Paris for a conference. I want to walk into the room and own the room without even speaking. And she said, make me look like Olivia Pope. And she commissioned me to make 3 jackets for her. I made the first 2, error. But after a while, you know, I got it and she wore it. She went to Paris. She came back and she was like, Ivie, what? I walked into the room. Everybody's I felt like I had sense, even without even opening my mouth. And so that was how my journey into... So the business started from validation. Colleagues' validation, led me to say, it's not just to be doing one here. I can actually do something out of this. And that's how, DWL was birthed. And we moved from, making like very structured pieces to transitioning into a tailored suiting brand, which is what we've niched at. You won't find many brands that specialize in just female, suiting, but we've done that since 2017, pushing on 8 years now. We've done that I've left banking, by the way. Then it was on the side. I left banking, put my hand into photography for a bit. This is how I met Joko.
Yeah.
Yes, but that story for later. And it's interesting because I have done this in Nigeria. I have moved to Saudi. I have moved to Qatar. And, I dare say conquered all these markets along, being a tailored suiting brand, dressing women for power, dressing women, like I always say, to take up space. And we offer this in, corporates, in occasion wear, casual wear. Basically, you want to show up, look good, take up space, elevated. DWL, is able to do that. And I like the fact that it's not just about, they are buying the outfits. Every time that a woman shows up in DWL, it makes me look like, I've empowered one woman to be able to look at herself, also to position people to look at her more elevated. So I always say that my calling from God is to dress one woman at a time, to take up space, and together, we'll own the world through the power of dressing. So that's my story from finance to fashion.
I love that, quite honestly, owning the room. And when I walked in, the first things I noticed before your radiant smiles was actually the suits, the colors popping. Now let's talk about In My Corner. But before we talk about In My Corner, we need to talk about your friendship. I've noticed how I was just by the sidelines. I was just watching, you both interact. And it's such a beautiful thing to witness in person, and it's almost like you're finishing each other's sentences at this point, quite honestly.
At this point, have we not seen ourselves every day talking every day?
Honestly, and I'm honestly wowed and blown away, seeing two amazing, purposeful, strong women, individually coming together to be friends and, being okay in that space, contrary to the myths that we've heard about female friendship. So I want to ask, how did you become friends? Like, what was the first impression you had of each other? Like, how did it happen? Did you just see, that's my bestie over there? How did it happen? What was it like?
So I'll say my part of the story. She wants to say her part of the story.
My POV.
My POV. A particular week, for some reason, she just came up on my radar on Instagram. I think through someone I think someone must have posted something about you on their story. So I just followed. We snoop, right? Sometimes. So I followed the story and I landed on a page. And I just glanced through. I'm like, nice. Okay.
I have to be friends with this girl.
No, I didn't think that.
She's going to be my bestie.
I didn't think that. So, I just, glanced through. I'm like, okay, cool. Not bad. And then Karika, a mutual friend, reaches out to me. There's one of my friends who would like to meet you. She lives in Saudi, but she's going to be in Nigeria for a bit. She does photography as well, blah, 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 and everything. I'm like, not a problem. Link us up. Because, Karika is the value. Story for another day. Let's not delve into that. You know Karika. Amazing. Yes. So, so I'm like, anyone that Karika is bringing has solid. Value solid. So there was no, thinking twice about it. Right? So when she did, she even just put us in a group together. She didn't even...
Karika opened WhatsApp group.
She just opened WhatsApp group.
Joko.
Take it from there. She left the group. Take it from there. And, we organized a meeting. Like she said, she was into photography before. And then while she was in Nigeria, she just wanted to observe how I work. She told me, she likes how I work and blah, 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 blah. And then I'm like, come on over, let's, come and see. So once in a while, when, we have a shoot, I call her, we have a shoot today. Let me know if you can stop by. So she would. So while I'm a girl's girl, like anyone that knows me from uni, people don't like to walk into campus with me because I will greet from the gates till I get to my class. So it might actually take me about an hour, 30 minutes. Yes. So I'm friendly. So I'll go, hey, what's up? Do all of those shenanigans and whatnot. But I was cautious still. So I wasn't my usual, very receptive self where I just throw caution to the wind. I was watching intently.
Could you tell she was watching?
I couldn't tell.
I was watching. I was careful, And then she had now moved to Qatar. And then I was in one of the many trainings I always had. Another thing about me is that, fun fact, I'm always learning.
Yes.
So I go for different things that don't even pertain to photography. So I'm passionate about personal development and also professional development. So in one of those trainings, I was just mapping out something about some of the projects. I think it was in my corner. And then immediately I started writing things about, I just heard it loudly. DWL, I sent you Ivie. Like, what are you doing with Ivie? I'm like, I'm like, Ivie, I'm like, okay, no problem. And then when she came back to Nigeria, again in 2022, right? And then I shared it with her. In fact, it was just like, she just ignited the whole thing, and that's how Emekona
This is where I would
literally came to be. So
it's not just ignited is the word. She's right. Karika introduced us based on photography, and thank you for welcoming me. Because if she didn't welcome me in on photography, we wouldn't even get to the part where
absolutely,
where the part where I said, but I'm first a fashion designer before a photographer. So when she told me about In My Corner, I was just quiet. And she was like, can you hear me? I was like, Joko, you're sitting on gold. And if you know us, she's an ideator and I'm a doer. While you're thinking, I've done it. So I was like, and she actually had two people that she had shot.
Eniola and Simbo.
So she showed me something. It's not like she was just saying, I have this dream where women will be spotlighted, blah, blah, blah. She showed me a photo shoot of them. And I'm like, Joko, why haven't you done anything? They say it wasn't so perfect. I'm like, Joko, we will run with it. We will make it perfect along the way. And that is how we started immediately. There were hurdles because it's not like we had done that kind of production before. It's not like we knew how to select the women. But we're like, first of all, we had that one thing she hadn't mentioned is we had bonded over stories of women who has been, and maybe that is why subconsciously she also thought about me when she thought about the initiative. And I've said it and I will say it again. I am a poster child, a baby, a benefactor of women who have pushed me from my days in finance to fashion. From the first, even the Ivie is a stylish girl walking into the office, 5 inches. I've had people who thought you can't dress like this and know how to do your job. My first foray into, fashion and this thing was when I was, beginning entry level. And one of my F1, she called me, she said, you are not rich enough for this suit you're wearing, This thing is giving broke. It's giving. She says, let me tell you what you're going to do. She says, get sharp shirts to wear. Get, clean cut pants, skirts, and wear your heels. You look more decent. When you have money, we'll buy suits. I remember then, even when she used to go to London, she would tell me, give me your lean change. Let me buy, one or two things for you. So that's how I continued. So every step, I know how to dress. I will dress you that you have more money. You probably would like what, because I understand personal style, how to, just basically putting stuff together. So that is how, I started this journey. So when Joko mentioned it, I was like, what? And that's how we started. We picked our first, In My Corner, Moki, Belema, and Boma. Yeah. One set. And then we picked Ife, Durosimi Eti of Her Economy, and Owenomogafo, the president of Transcore. First one wasn't perfect, but the reception was good. So we realized that not only did we bond over the fact that we always had women in our corner, we also have people who share same story. I mean, see, the three friends we talked about were a friendship ring. Onwe and Ife were a mentor-mentee duo. And In My Corner is not just friends.
Not just friendships.
It's meaningful female friendships.
Alliances, connections.
So that happened. And in the second year, okay, let us correct what we didn't do well. And then we brought on Trisha Bees and Shola. Trisha Bees is a leading marketing expert. And Shola is...
And the founder of Ziba.
Now into hospitality. And Shola she works with Meta as a corporate communications for Africa Africa. We met her.
Yeah.
And then we brought Morenike Mulei and her mom.
Founder
She's founder of, Oaktik. And then she's also very heavy into mentoring next gen. They were on board. Who else did we have on board for that year? We brought in Ayo Esse and Oliver Modi.
That was how I first knew about In My Corner.
See?
So because of these people, people started to hear about, the initiative. We saw, how laudable it was. And then we took 1 year to say, let us go back, arrange ourselves. And then in 2025, banger.
See, at this point, I'm going to go back to see all the previous years because I feel like there's so much I'm going to, learn and unpack as well. But let's talk about, what In My Corner stands to represent. Women's connections, mentorship. I want to pick out on, mentorship in particular and why it's really important to you, especially women's mentorship and why you've highlighted it.
So I have experienced mentorship at different levels. And most times, it always starts out not looking like mentorship. And I believe that those are the most beautiful ones. So at a point in my photography career, a group of friends, came together and we thought, let's form like a collective, right? So we did. So anytime, we had challenges, we'll come to the group, vents, just pour it out,
I love that.
So we were all learning from shared experiences. And whenever anyone came in with a rant, right, we would dissect it. After, the person had explained what happened, we say, okay, so this is what you could have done better. This is what maybe the person meant, or no, or just bash the person completely, depending on what happens, And from then on, I'm able to learn from, if this happens, this is what I should do. If this happens, this is what I should do. So that really helped us, because we were all working towards the same goal. Though we were age mates, even downright, we were even giving each other opportunities. If someone reached out to me for something, and I feel like it's a gig that someone in my collective would pass it on to them, So it was really good. I would even now talk down to how I became a Sony creator, right? So it was through the same group. One of my friends had reached out. Someone reached out to her. She had moved from Nigeria. She no longer lives in Nigeria. And then she said, are you interested in meeting with them? And I said, okay, no problem. I'll give it a shot. And then I had the meeting and boom.
You got it?
Yeah. So basically...
So easy. Like the journey has been made easy.
Yes. So that's why I say my journey is quite peculiar. People have played a huge role. So I have realized that you can't joke with people. And in not playing with people, you must also be a good person. Right?
Very important.
Yes. And for those people to also want to show up for you and put you up for opportunities, you must almost somewhat be in their corner as well. And that's the whole essence of this, because it came out from a place of introspection while I was just recounting the quality of people and the number of people that have come through for me on my creative journey, on my journey to growing my business. And then when I listed it, I'm like, wow, I realized that a lot of them were women. And I'm like, women actually do add value to one another. Women do actually have positive relationships.
And you're an example
women
of
grow
that.
each other. So where do people now just come online and heighten that negative news of women don't support women? I think it's vile. And that's why we're here, to change that narrative and give examples of actual relationship, actual connections, actual alliances that have, been forged, that have people that have become better, people that have grown because of female friendships and mentorship.
So I have few myths that we're going to debunk.
Okay.
So I'm just throwing it out there. Anyone if both of you want to answer, if both of you want to debunk, you can debunk. All right. First myth. Are you ready?
Yes.
Female friendships are all fake and extremely fickle or shallow.
Can't relate.
Joko, Ivie, Tega, Harriet. I'm calling my friends' names. Dami. Should I go on?
No, we got the picture.
I've had friends from when I was 5 to making friends in adulthood, like Joko, all through. You know, I am the perfect example of female friendships are not fake. You know, I'm in Nigeria. My brother lives in Nigeria. When I come to Nigeria, I stay with my friend, not my brother. Because I have solid friends like that. So
sisters.
I can't relate. Yeah, so I can't relate to from when I was small. And I've been lucky to have the example of friendships I have dragged from 5 years old. And if you know me, people will tell me I'm an aggregator of friends. Let my friends be friends, I will be friends and be friends.
And be friends
you know,
together.
Link everybody together.
So I've had friends from small. I've added them along the way. And if I didn't have this experience of friendships, you know, from when I was small till now, I wouldn't have these friends that I'm even adding to the former friends that I have. So I totally disagree that female, you know, friends are just fake.
And then I'd like to speak to the fickle part, right? So it takes someone who is fickle to attract another fickle person. So check you. Drops mic.
And that's our period. Check you. I love that. So myth 1, we have debunked it. Myth 2. The only true and genuine friendships that last forever are the ones you have from childhood, not the ones you meet along your adulthood.
I debunk. Joko is proof that, you know, you can make friendship in adulthood.
Yeah.
I have friends. You've heard me talk about Harriet a couple of times now. Mm-hmm. I met her in Qatar in 2021. We are like Bonnie and Clyde. I've lived in Saudi. I've had friends, Ivie, Annette, who I made there. They're still my friends. I've left those countries years ago. They're still my friends till now. So female friendships don't have to start from childhood. You can make friends at adults and still be solid.
All right, myth 3. Because of women's emotions, female friendships are all about drama all the time.
I agree. Ish.
Oh, I agree with this.
Drama doesn't make it bad.
No, it doesn't make it bad.
We're having a conversation with, you know, how female friendships are deeper than male friendships sometimes.
Yeah.
If my friendship with you is deep, and the kind of friendship I do is like a winning friendship.
I can see how you're watching the friendship.
Like my friend Dila, the first day I went to her house, you know, unannounced and opened her door. He said, "You didn't even tell me." I said, "Oh, where we've gotten to the level of friendship, there are no boundaries.
I don't need to tell.
If I call you, if I feel I'm not hearing from you, well, I'll come up for you."
Show up.
So yes, so because of how intense female friendships can be, there will be drama sometimes. So I would not agree that drama brings a negative connotation. So if we'll be lying if we say it's drama free. There's no drama free.
It's part of the territory.
We quarrel, we settle. Joko and I, do you know how many times we've quarreled on this in my corner matter? Well, here we are, smiling and giving ourselves high fives because we've done it.
And I mean, women pay attention to detail. So in the friendship, they would pay attention to the same details. That make them women. Mm-hmm. So you have to come correct.
We're very sensitive.
We are, yeah.
You have to come
correct.
correct.
What's that tone? Why'd you use that tone?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I'm sensing it.
Yeah. Like, I'm sensing an energy shit. Like for me now, like I'm an energy buzz. I love to control the energy in the room and make it positive. So when something is off, I pick it. Right. I can see
energy.
That like, what's going on? So yeah, it's always like that. But then again, you need to know who you're dealing with and also know that there's a free line of communication. Yeah. So when the communication is good.
The friendship is good.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, myth 4. For female friendship or for female friends to stay close, they need to stay in contact all the time.
Yes. Straight yes. What am I friending with you if we're not talking? If we're not communicating?
All the time.
All the time.
Every day.
No, maybe for best friends.
When we say female friendship, we're not using the word loosely.
No.
My acquaintance is not my friend. My friend is my friend. We will communicate. For me, we will communicate or we will not be friends.
So what's your communication timeline like? How many times in a week do you need to talk to?
Be sending me memes. Be sending me message, voice note. Be sending me WhatsApp message. Be calling me sometimes.
High maintenance.
Yeah, I'm a high maintenance friend. We don't do loose friendships.
So for me, I play to the other side of the divide. I am more. We kick off from where we left off. Like, we didn't miss a bit.
We ain't kicking off nothing. I don't understand. I will send you history. You need to say,
I mean, I have some friends
who.
who do that to me.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, stranger. I'm like, what did I do?
If we're even chatting for a while, I want you to say, we've been chatting for this week. I've not heard your voice, so let me just hear your voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So friendship is deep, man.
I mean, just before we go to myth 5, I need to really talk on this myth 4 and what you've said, because quite honestly, I'm more of a Joko who, I mean, I can go 2 weeks. When we speak, we'll catch up.
Catch up.
Tell me everything. But I have a friend who, she doesn't mind me 3 hours every day. That's her connection. And every time maybe I don't peak or I ghost for a while, she's like, I feel this friendship is very one-sided. And now I have to start explaining and begging. I didn't know. And I'm sure there are a lot of other people, who can relate to, instances like this where, you and your friend, you guys agree on values, just maybe the context of how long we need to stay on the phone for. And, there are also friends who have varying personalities as well. So just overall, how do we balance? How do we balance it?
I sort of have a good balance because while I go, sometimes I
Joko,
even do
you don't have a good
1 year.
balance.
Hold on.
I send you message.
Hold on.
I call you,
Off
you
the
don't
mic.
see. Which balance?
Off the mic. So while I can go sometimes, and I'm not even exaggerating, 1 year, but I don't do that 1 year anymore.
1 year?
Yes, sometimes.
With your friend?
So I would say some friends that have moved out of the country.
President, sorry.
I'm the general. Actually. Yes. So when I mentioned earlier that I have a lot of cliques. So I have a number of friendship circles with different people. So I'm not necessarily close to everyone at the moment. So I could actually, in true words, go on a year plus not talking to some just because we're not in the same community. The people that bring us together are no longer there. But we're still cool. Like, we're still G's. And then when I remember I reconnected with one of them recently, we're on the phone for like 3 hours, talking non-stop. Catching up. And I also have people that, because I'm a photographer. So when I'm shooting, I can't pick up my phones.
Yes.
And I edit at night. So that's when I call them. I can be on the phone sometimes 3 hours. Don't mind how I'm on the phone. We have sometimes 2 hours. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yeah or no?
Yes-ish.
Good.
I love that. I've learned. I'm going home to call my friend. So we're going to myth 5. Myth 5 says, in female friendships, there's a hierarchy based on looks.
I'm so sorry, but that's very shallow.
Myth 1.
Yeah.
But it does exist.
It does exist,
Yeah.
but I would say it would exist within shallow-minded people. In my books.
But what I see, maybe I see hierarchy most likely along connection and pocket lines, not along beauty lines. Maybe when people were younger, maybe in the 20s, you might see that. But as we grow older, if we are very honest, we see a lot of hierarchy along connection and pocket lines. So I don't agree to it because
it's transactional.
What people bring to you most times is more than, most times it's soft things in life that you need someone for. But I would acknowledge that it does exist, but I don't believe in it. So it's a hard no for me.
It definitely exists.
All right, so we're down to the final myth, myth 6, which says females don't thrive in friendship circles because they always pick a side.
I agree ish.
Another ish.
Not debunking completely.
Completely. For a set of 5 solid friends,
Yeah.
there are certain things I want to discuss with this person, but I don't want to discuss with this person. I want to tell Ayo, I don't want to tell Oyinda. But something else, I want to tell Oyinda and Joko. I don't want to tell Gila, based on their personalities. So it's not like we cannot thrive. We will thrive. And let me tell you, for this friendship circle to thrive, that's why I need to compartmentalize, actually.
Yeah.
If I want that friendship circle to thrive another 5, 10, 20 years, there's some things that don't call Ivie for. This thing now, should we fan the flame of this thing you're trying to die? but you will call her for something else to say, on this one, no, we will fight.
We will fight.
Exactly. So I think, so it's not like it can't thrive, but there's a certain skill. And I'm saying this as an authority of somebody who has large friendship circles. I need to know how to, because I connect a lot of friends, yes. So I need to know how to manage it such that there are some times that there's a group, we're chatting in the group, and I need to chat somebody aside.
Privately.
Or somebody has to chat me aside to say, hey, soft pedal. Or you're not asking the right question, push it like this. So yes, I agree that there's a dynamics. That's why I said agree-ish. There's a dynamics to friendship rings or circles, as we call them, so they will thrive.
Yeah.
You have anything to say?
Yes. You know, inside that, your avian. Another avian day inside. You have to also remember that sometimes in a friendship circle or ring, there are actually founding members of that friendship who then bring...
Owner of the circle.
Yes. It's a board. So we have founding members, and then you have...
So founding members hear the gist first, and then it trickles down.
Yeah, exactly.
So we agree-ish. So we had
Agree-ish.
to agree-ish.
Yeah. I'm always agreeing-ish.
Not completely agree.
But I mean, still coming back to you, Ivie, on, friendship circles. I know you've mentioned, Harriet, you've mentioned quite a lot of, female names as well. You've mentioned the names who have been instrumental in your growth. Can you just tell us a bit more about what that dynamic, what that whole friendship is like, how these friends are, why you call them friends,
So, like I said, as I've gotten older, my friendships have started from just being friends to female friendship. I've grown it. And I'm one person who always pushes making friendship, female friendship, even in adulthood. And like I will reiterate again, Joko is an example. Many of the big things that I've done is because I've embraced, female friendship. There are plenty of people. There is Ivie, who I wake up in the night to stand up from my husband's bed to go help me review something, and she will review. There is Joko, who conducts interviews for me.
Wow.
There is Dila, who rebranded DWL for me and tells me, take that thing down, it's not on brand. There's Harriet, who connects me into all the places. There's Ayo, who is my retirement plan, who is the reason why I will soon start flying private jets up and down. So I have all this, friendship, and I'm calling their names, and I'm calling, what they've done for me. So one thing that has helped me manage this friendship is, if I'm being honest and I'll brag, I'm also that friend. Yes. When it comes to friendship, I don't believe in boundaries. I don't have boundaries. If I am your friend and you are my friend and we've agreed to be friend, when there's something wrong, give me a chance to fix it. And I want to use, Annette as an example. I have done something before during grief. I did not handle it well with her. She was very angry. She could have said, oh, this is Ivie. She just be shouting friendship up and down. She called me when she was calm and blasted me.
Ouch. I love it.
But gave me a chance in redeeming, the
yourself.
friendship. That for her, how it affected her, it could have redefined what the friendship was, but she didn't give me. So today, if she does anything wrong to me, I will probably draw on that emotional bank account. There are times when I will falter. There are times when you will falter. Mm-hmm. When you do something to me that, upsets me, I would have to draw on my emotional bank account. This is literally me talking to myself to say, oh, she did this, but if you remember this one that she's done to you, okay, this one cancel, this one is remaining, and then that's literally how I talk to myself. Friends who give me grace, friends who also draw on the emotional background I have with them, are people that I've seen that I, stay together for long. And I don't take these friendships for granted. I mean, in my interview, you literally hear me call names because I believe in count your blessings, name them one by one. I don't like to say, oh, my friends. I call their names, because when I have you as a friend, I hold you close. I want to give recent example of friends that I know have really, done it for me. I spoke about Ivie, who when I was working on an acceleration program, even in my corner, she will sit up in the nights over 2 hours, writing out scripts to me, reviewing stuff when she should be sleeping. And I will call her and say, if you have come again. I have Harriet, who I keep repeating, who has been like a connector to me, taking me into, doors. And what have I done with that friendship? I've realized that I also need to pay it forward. I've also that person who will now drag people. I'm very intense, stand on my friend's head, tell Joko, you cannot wear this, you cannot wear that, and stand. Because I think that's what friendship is. Friendship is hard. Friendship is tough. And friendship is very important for me, having uncomfortable conversations. I also have someone like Foley, who has been very instrumental. Foley has taught me about pulling women up. Foley is in Qatar. Foley aggregates women. The ones at the top, the ones who are aspirational, she aggregates everybody together and helps us enter into, like I say, these doors that ordinarily we will not be able to. And she also, not only does she do that, on mentorship, she's not a direct mentor. Fodi and I don't have a mentorship agreement, but she has mentored on how to pull people along. She pulls you along. She reminds you guides you, coaches you on how to reach out to pull other people. So what I'm just trying to say is that female friendship is my backbone.
So I would also share some examples that I have, some of the things I've also experienced with my friends. So from my friend Tola Opayemi, no longer Opayemi, there was a time I started getting serious with my numbers in my business. And then at the beginning of the year, I think we were just having a conversation, and she goes, "Oh, do you actually know what your expenses for the year would be?" And I was just like, "What do you mean?" So she said, "Okay, not a problem." So we scheduled a day. She came to my office, sat me down. Remember, I didn't work in 9 to 5. Yes. So I wasn't proficient at using Excel. So she sat me down, put together the Excel sheet, told me, "Okay, Joko, so what are the things that you spend money on? Salaries."
That was a crash accounting course.
Do you understand? So she just put everything together, and it then became a tradition at the beginning of every year. I say, "Tola, it's time." My free consultants. God bless you, Tola. I love you.
I love it.
And then she'll just come. We now graduated to Zoom because, our lives became busier, and then distance as well. So we graduated to Zoom, and, she'll walk me through it. I still didn't know how to use Excel. Because I had Tola, right? But over the years, we became busier, and then I was just like, you know what? I need you to break this thing down for me. So she actually she showed me the formulas and all of that. And I've not had to call her for that particular, budgeting or forecast anymore, because she's walked me through that journey.
Fish.
Exactly. She's taught me how to fish. And now I just go, and I don't go a year. In fact, with the inflation that just keeps going up every 2 market days, we even have to revisit it, from time to time. Do I talk about Kofo and Tosin, who are my friends that they even pray for me more than I pray for myself? In as much as I come across as an extrovert, I'm actually quite introverted. And so sometimes I just want to zen and just be in my own space, right? They give me so much grace. When I go through difficult periods, they are there. They are like here, like weeping, So there's so many. So, I'm grateful for my friends, for the roles that they play, the way they show up, when I need them to. So they're beautiful friendships. And Kofo and Tosin, we've been friends since university. So when 2025, right? Over 10, 15 years, basically, yeah. So they're amazing relationships. Ivie here as well. I was making a joke earlier. I said, Ivie was sent to me to help me,
with your spontaneity,
my personal brand. Because she dresses me all the time. Oh. Most of the time when I go for speaking engagements, I have a section in my wardrobe. It's just DWL pieces that are there.
But I feel like you have to call her every time you go up.
No, I don't even need
video
to.
Call?
I don't need to, because she sussed me out. Like I point and kill, literally. I want this. You get this. So I've even spotted 2, in the course of this campaign.
Can I spot 2?
That I'm adding to my wardrobe. She's even made me wear bolder colors. Yeah. Because before now, I'd settled into that media color of always wearing black.
We don't do black, baby.
But she tell me, "No, Joko, no, not black, not black." She's put me in fuchsia pink. She's put me in the most unusual colors that I would normally not wear. And guess what? I love them.
So you can't argue too much. Because you're like,
I just need to keep pointing and killing. That's all.
I love that. Keep pointing and killing. So, let's bring it back, to the In My Corner campaign. Okay. 2025. From the media party to now, every time we say In My Corner 2025,
loud.
Oh my loud.
Oh my loud.
I've always heard that. Oh my loud. So can you tell us what to expect from this year's campaign?
In My Corner 2025 is really going to be loud.
Yeah.
We took a 1-year break to be able to assess what we've done before and look at how to amplify these narratives, not just the campaign, beyond the campaign, this narrative we are pushing louder. And it took us 1 year to carefully select the crop of women, on In My Corner campaign 2025. From besties to industry-ish competitors who are besties to solid, accomplished career C-suite executives.
Yeah.
To diverse industries. So we made sure it's as relatable as possible. You're watching In My Corner, you're not thinking, those people. No. It's somebody like me. It's somebody like you. It's somebody you want to be like, It's such a diverse and robust bank of quality women that we have. As I want to call them, heavyweights that we have on In My Corner 2025. It's taking us sweat, blood, and some more. To come
tell me
where
about
we
it
are right now.
I can't even imagine how the conversations will be. You styling, creating the pieces.
Before styling, ideation. We worked with one of the amazing PR companies in Nigeria.
Yes, So Me Solution.
We're not
Give it
playing
up
this
for
year.
them.
We're not playing this year.
They always say in life that if you have just one prayer to pray, just ask for the gift of people, and then you'll be rich. That is exactly what has played out
In My
here.
Corner 2025.
I mean, I can't go into details, but people have showed up for us. Like, it's made me realize that, okay, indeed I have people, right? Like, I have solid people. It's not just fluff.
People have used their
it's
social
real.
currency for us.
Everything we've done here today, I mean, it looks bigger than
We
what
had anticipated because of the gift of people.
Because of the gift of people. And we're able to do this, and it cost us less because of the gift of people. Way less. Way less.
I feel like you need to mention that. Way less.
No, I mean, we have people like Fame Lagos coming on board as venue partners. If we were to pay to use Fame Lagos
for 3 days,
would have been a lot more expensive.
Yes.
We have people like Lolly's Kitchen who we sold the dream to, and she has said, I'm going to come in as nourishment partners, food partner, and fed every member of crew on In My Corner for the 3 days that we are shooting. We have people like So Me Solutions who have come on this, not just as a commercial project, but also as a passion project because they believe in this even adds to the strength of people believing in the fact that women will support women.
Yeah.
We also have people like Hannah Styling, who has styled all the women, including us, for In My Corner campaign for this year.
We also have Angel Hair Boss, who is also one of the founding, people that we sold this In My Corner dream to. Partners.
4 years ago?
Yes, he's been with us from the beginning of this journey.
From when it was ideated to when we recorded the very first one, that was a test run, he's been there. To Lucy Looks as well, Ogo,
who's come on board as makeup
partner. We have Beauty Cook
coming on board as
makeup partner as well. Also have Maja Martins, official, right? Our director, for In My Corner. And also Blue Fire Creations.
I can feel there's jubilation behind the cameras.
Yes,
there is. I mean,
it takes a village.
It takes a village.
I wish we could pan to the village now and show everything behind the scenes.
I mean,
and we also have
amazing. Schwer,
who has come on board as nourishment partner too.
Yes, to quench our thirst, with really refined.
So we're so grateful for everybody that has come on board with us.
We're so grateful. We're grateful
for In My Corner.
I mean, I'm grateful. I'm particularly grateful, honestly, because I get to meet you two amazing women. Quite honestly, I get to sit and talk to you and just, understand, your ideas and the reasons why you've created In My Corner. So, I mean, I know about In My Corner, but for every other person who wants to follow up on In My Corner, to know and see these amazing women, amazing friendships that you're highlighting in this 2025.
Coming In My Corner this year? Should we hint?
Just one. Okay, let's tell them.
Tell them.
Your bestie is going to be on it.
Who's your bestie?
Your bestie. Your Instagram best friend.
Jebu.
Yes. And Ayoyika. Yes. Okay. So you look out for that. And just follow through. Like I was saying about how 4 years ago you didn't picture In My Corner being this loud. So what are your future plans?
First of all, in the very near future, In My Corner is going international.
Yeah.
It's going global, baby. In the very near, mid, and distant future, In My Corner will continuously be the reference point, as the reference point to female friendships and connections globally, not just in Nigeria,
Absolutely.
In My Corner will win awards for this initiative. The founders between In My Corner will be known for those who are not just chasing money, but also chasing passion and initiative.
Yeah.
I think those three things, and God will bless us for doing In My Corner.
Amen.
And God will also bless
The lifestyle
everybody.
cost. Now, no.
God did our back. And God will also, bless everybody that has contributed and will continue to contribute in any way to making the In My Corner campaign, to pushing the In My Corner campaign and making In My Corner campaign all that we don't even dream that it can be. Also,
yes. Absolutely.
Yes, that's future plans for In My Corner.
Thank you very much for, sharing the words. I feel like you have a song for everything.
I told you.
Do you have a song for the future? Do you have a song for the future?
No, but I just wanted to add that, in the nearest future, because In My Corner is born out of making impact. We wanting to make impact. So the joy for us is that years down the line, people that actually do crave and want to build or foster genuine connections and alliances with, female friends would use In My Corner as a reference point.
True.
As a learning resource material, that they can draw, pointers from to be able to actualize that. So years down the line, my children and their friends or my mentees would be able to go there, for inspiration, just to become a better person.
And we hear testimonies from, the In My Corner campaign.
So it's not just something for now. It's
something forever.
It's a gift for the future.
Yes.
It's a gift for forever.
Forever. Ever.
And like I said, as we started.
She really has a song for everything. Sing for us.
So I just want to say thank you once more for, creating the time, creating the campaign in the first place, creating an In My Corner, for having a dream and not letting it die, for pushing and doing. And, it's going to be a turning point for a lot of female friendships, for even a lot of female mindsets, because generations to come will grow up seeing these seeing these shoots, seeing the videos, the pictures, the footprints, and believing that indeed women do support women. So thank you so much, Joko. Thank you so much, Ivie, for being amazing, for championing the cause of women worldwide. Because now this is not just Nigeria anymore. It's actually worldwide, because we are going international. Okay?
Yes, we're going global, baby.
All right, there you have it. In My Corner campaign. I hope you've been able to learn one or two or 1,000, to be honest, because so much has been said. So many amazing and inspiring words have been shared. And of course, if you want to follow the campaign to know more about it, please follow @In My Corner campaign on Instagram. The hashtags to use as well, #In My Corner campaign, #DWL, #Poshclick, so that you are up to date on everything In My Corner. And thank you all so much once again for enjoying. And we hope that we've been able to convince and not confuse you. Is this a debate? It is. Because we're here for the cause of female friendships. So we hope we've been able to convince and not confuse you that there are true and genuine female friendships, and women actually do raise and support women. Thank you once again for watching. My name is Pelumi Buhari. See you at the rest of the campaign, during the rest of the campaign. Good night. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being an amazing host.
Thank you for being an amazing host. Thank you so much. Wow.
Thank you.